Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for more updates, like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can equally send a voice note to our WhatsApp number, which is 0277128777, showing on your screen as well, or leave a comment after watching at the comment section button. Thank you. Today I want you to join me listening to the reaction or what Nana Jantuah has to say about the behavior of the NPP MPs towards the speaker in Parliament, which he said they are not treating him well and they make him look like he's a small boy, which is not fair. Without much ado, I would like you to join me listening to what she said into detail. Thank you.
Well, thank you for staying with us. Time now for the news review. Let me quickly introduce my guests to you. Jantuah is a former General Secretary of the CPP. She's also worked with the PURC, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. We also have Suleimana Brahima. He's Executive Director, Media Foundation for West Africa. Both of them join us for this conversation. Suleimana Brahima will be joining us shortly via Zoom. But in the studio, we have Nanaya Achipem Jantuah. Good morning.
Good morning, Ben. How are you?
I am well. They say if you're looking blue, maybe it's in terms of idiomatic or figurative expressions, it means you're sad. But this blue looks beautiful. So
thank you.
I see that even your diary is blue.
My glasses is even blue. I left
your So today is a blue day for you.
Yes, I left it in the car.
It's a blue start to the week.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
You know how we do it, a minute and a half. What are your thoughts for us this morning?
My thought is Ghana.
Ghana?
Yeah.
Well, we are all contemplating Ghana, but what about Ghana?
Oh, sanitation.
Why sanitation this morning?
Our city is too dirty.
I see. Is this something you saw this morning?
Oh, no, I've seen it all over. Last night I was thinking about it. What can be done to clean the city of all the filth? And it also occurred to me that whichever government comes to power, they should take a work plan from the ministers and give them KPIs on the work plan. The work plan has to be approved by the group that is going to form the cabinet. Then they should give KPIs. After 6 months, you should come back and do a PowerPoint presentation of what you have done. So that the ministers, when they take the job, they don't go to bed and sleep.
I see.
We have a minister of sanitation, and our country is this dirty. I mean, it is unfortunate. The economy is also on my mind. Things are expensive, but you always hear the NPP saying that things have improved. Do you understand me? So I want to wake up one day and I'll hear the NPP admit that we are going through some crisis, some economic crisis.
So you want more honesty?
Yes, it will be nice.
Okay, so two things I'll just say before but let me welcome aboard Suleimana Brahima making, even the interlocutory injunction, so to speak, staying the hand of Parliament based on what was it given. There had been no interpretation.
Yes.
There had been no decision. So that's what I'm asking you. You are skirting the issue. I'm asking you, what exactly was
interpretation.
What did they say?
Because you had to interpret it before you can implement it. Even though he said he has given a declaration or information, I believe we have to look at the effect of it. If it quacks like a duck, it is a duck. So his information was effectively to exclude them from Parliament.
I don't agree with
all right,
you are encouraged to disagree. This is the more reason why it has
because
let's make tracks. I'm giving you just 20 seconds.
Yes.
Just wrap up.
Because you see, in Parliament, there is no majority. That's why the Speaker said he has bent backwards for government business to thrive. 137. There should be no argument over it. Number two, when you go into the NPP constitution itself, 393, it says categorically that if you go against the person the party has selected to be a member of Parliament, you forfeit your right automatically. Automatically, you are gone. Automatically,
but that wasn't my argument.
you see, please, automatically is immediate.
Okay.
When Afenyo Makin went, he went for interpretation. My issue is that why didn't the court just say that it means that with this parliament, A, B, C, D. Do you get me? I mean, because you see all these issues around it. If this issue of, I mean, putting an injunction on the stay on the speaker's order.
Right.
Yeah.
If they had just interpreted and said that, look, because it is parliament, because parliament has worked, this is what it means.
Right.
Period.
Okay. Let's make tracks. Let's get into our papers. We have to go very quickly for the sake of time, so we can exhaust.
137.
I'll start with you,
137.
Nanaya.
Yes, dear, I'm here.
Let's get into your papers.
Oh, what is there? This free SHS.
So we're starting with the Daily Guide.
It's here, it's in front of me. Protect free SHS with your votes, Educhum. Free SHS, we have issues. Resolve current impasse, Kofor tells Bagbin. Mohammed's economic record bad. Nana commissions flower pot interchange. And that. I don't have to go. Do I have to go inside?
I mean, pick a few stories, one or two.
Trump to meet with Biden. Okay, that's a good one. He didn't meet Biden, but now he's going to meet Trump at the Oval House. I've heard they are going to meet at the White House. I mean, to discuss transition.
Well, that's what the law teaches us, right? You don't treat people as they treat you. If
yes,
you know what is right, you do what is right. by them.
So
I think he was the first we had seen in a long time who hadn't, if ever, who hadn't showed up at the swearing in of his opponent.
I think Trump has an African leader as an advisor because he behaves like an African leader. Seriously. Resolve.
I think that is not so fair. Maybe some African leaders, not an African leader.
Okay.
There are good African leaders,
some.
and then there are some of those we know.
Okay, I hear. Minister Wu's Ashanti voters for NPP. Resolve current impasse. Kofor tells Bagbin. You see, sometimes this is the same thing we are coming to. Bagbin is the Speaker of Parliament. One person that when Trump was president, he really feared was Nancy Pelosi as a Speaker of the House.
Well, he will still have to deal with her.
Yes, do you get me? As a Speaker of the Nancy Pelosi was somebody who Trump was afraid of as a woman. And knowing Trump, the way chauvinistic he is, he was afraid of Nancy Pelosi. He is the Speaker of Parliament. We should give him some respect. We have separation of powers. I think what we have done wrong, and we need to go back and look at our Constitution, that we need to dichotomize the executive from the legislature.
He says, in that media encounter on the 6th, he said it appeared the executive and the judiciary were in collusion, almost as though the apparatus of state had been weaponized against the legislature. Is that, some say he went too far by suggesting that?
No,
what do you think?
He didn't suggest it. He was categorical about it because of what he knows. You see, we shouldn't treat Bagbin as if he's a small boy. The fact that Bagbin is NDC does not make him any less the position in which he is.
He's a lawyer himself.
He's a lawyer.
He's been in Parliament since.
Yes, and you see, the first time I encountered Bagbin was in 1992, 93. I was working at the GIPC as a young girl. And he was on a Talking Points program. And the kind of grammar, this man weaved the grammar so well. I picked the book and I started writing. This man...
But this is not, respectfully, it's not about grammar. But the other thing too is, he is not infallible. He's fallible.
I am coming. If I said he weaved the grammar so well, it made sense what he said. Bagbin is not he's not like, we are treating Bagbin as if he doesn't even know what he's about. We are treating Bagbin as if he didn't even think through what he did. When there were positions of vacancy in the Supreme Court, who came out to say that it should be filled? Did anybody go for an interpretation? The Chief Justice. We even said that she wants to fill the place, too many of them. We discussed this thing here. She was the one. So if there is a vacancy in Parliament, and there is, because these people who are sitting there, they are no longer NPP. Where is it? Okay, let's come to normal day. Where is their heart? They are not. They are independent. They have left the party to be independent. Look, every political party has that 97 G and H in their constitution. If you go independent against the prescribed candidate for the party,
you lose your membership.
You automatically,
Right.
if you campaign for another party,
Right.
some of them say that, okay, if you campaign for another party with a different ideology, you lose your position. And they are there because of NPP. And automatically the constitution in their own party has made them lose their position.
Okay. All right. So your point is made. I'll go to Suleiman Abraham. But before I do, I see that story there. NDC election ploy exposed. Can you read that for us? What exactly is that?
What it means. Where does it start from?
So what does the story
The
say?
opposition National Democratic Congress seems belligerent on winning the upcoming December elections, either by fair or foul means. Information gathered by Daily Guide indicates that the leadership of the party has deployed one of the last-minute strategies intended to win the elections. That involves sending its agents and assigns to some remote villages across the country, ostensibly to register young people for recruitment into various security agencies when they win the elections. Some of the villages are at Yeku in the western region, Pasa, Nkwanta, Pare and Tokruntu in the Oti region. This they do by issuing out carefully designed and printed recruitment forms to unsuspecting Ghanaians under the pretext of having them enlisted into the various security agencies, including the Army, Navy, Immigration, Fire Service, and Customs when they come to power. This comes at no cost to the potential victims of this grand scheme.
Okay.
The agents and assigns are then said to later go back for their filled and completed forms with the promise of these unsuspecting youth that they will be first batch of people to be sent to training in the various security.
I think we've got enough from the story. I wanted us to get the details. The question I will ask, though, is there any evidence to back this?
Even if there is evidence, there is no ploy in this one. You see, we have strategies in politics. People use all manner of, and even MPP.
But there are legitimate strategies.
Please, I beg you. This is not illegitimate. They themselves, they use it. Me, I'm a politician. I don't want to talk about this. This is not a ploy. Because they don't have any ploy to rig the elections.
So two things on my mind, but let me bring in Suleiman Brahima. Mr. Brahima, so two things on my mind from that story, NDC election ploy exposed, supposedly that they are going to rural areas and trying to get people to, young people to, support them so that, Nanaya, so that then they would get them jobs in the security services. There's no evidence to back it up, that's one. The second bit is, you would look at even the current administration and stories that have emerged. I mean, I've heard MPs, ministers say, I got X number of people into the police and all of that. I'm not saying it's right, but, if you come to equity, you must come with clean hands. And if you are a pot, don't go calling, or if you're a kettle, don't go country. Till today. It's not free SHS. It's not the first free policy. Please go ahead with your papers. Yeah. Please go ahead with your papers. Your last paper, Nanaya.
I should go through.
Are you going to do the Daily Analyst? We are pressed for time.
Okay, so I thought I was also going to comment on this one.
Because of time, I would rather you go to your next paper.
Because I had a few things to say.
Okay, so let's go ahead. But it would be a cost-benefit analysis. It could cost you the next paper.
No, I'm just saying that it is possible to do what? It is possible to mismanage our economy. It is possible to, steal our money. It is possible to do what? You mention the name of God, but you don't honor God. Thou shalt not mention the name of thy Lord God in vain. My house shall be called a house of prayer, not a den of robbers. $58 million has been sunk into National Cathedral, the project. But what do we see? We see just a pool with a hole underneath. And you mention the name of God. What is that? Are you joking with God? You came with the battle.
Well, let's see. Maybe between now and the 7th of January,
they will finish it.
Complete the project. Maybe.
That's great. GJA president calls for intensified pressure on government. Yoko boss unveils new strategies. I read, to fight public sector corruption. ADB congratulates 2024. This one wasn't publicized at all. The
National Best Farmer.
Reject NPP's vote.
I hear he's been a farmer for about 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Plus,
And
thereabouts,
that's a good one.
something like that.
Okay, government increases producer price of cocoa to 49,600 per ton. Sosu bags, US presidential. Sosu should be in his this thing anyway. Trump allies say Ukraine focus must be peace, not territory. We hope that he said that when he comes, the war will end. So let's see how it goes.
All right. Thank you.
That's what he said.
Thank you very much. Let's quickly go to you, Ishak.
Okay.
Your final paper. Let's do the
I think
headlines very quickly.
That's a has national science and maths quiz serve its purpose, or is it time for a new format? Questions, scholar.
Well, I hope the scholar realizes that it's a private enterprise, not a government run, though it's supported to some extent
Yes,
by
more
the Ministry of
private.
Education. Prime Time is a private entity, so
Yes.
if he has any thoughts, he should be channeling it to Prime Time Limited. Yes.
Okay, then it's not a good story then.
Oh, I'm not saying
No,
it's not, I'm just saying that
if the
it
person-
sounds as though...
Thank you for your time. PENDREAM TV really cherish and appreciate you for being on the channel to listen to what we have for you. Do well to subscribe if you're a new member. Share to your friends to also watch as well. Thank you.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.